Hello everyone. Welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. In this episode of NEET preparation, we'll be looking at previous year questions of medical entrance examinations in India. We'll be tackling the subject biology and we'll be dealing with the chapter morphology in flowering plants specifically. This is the fifth chapter in your grade 11 syllabus for CBSE. Let's look at each of the questions. This is our first question. Fern character of Cycas is A. Coralloid root, B. Taproot, C. Parallel venation, and D. Circinate venation. Okay, Control P. So the question demands to find a character that is present both in ferns and in Cycas. Fern is a pteridophyte, while Cycas is a gymnosperm. So we have to find a character that fits both these plants. Let's look at each of the options. Option A, coralloid root. Now this is found in Cycas. Now these are the special roots where the nitrogen fixing bacteria are present. However, they're not present in ferns, so option A is incorrect. Option B, taproots. These roots are found in angiosperms. While gymnosperms like Cycas has coralloid root, while ferns have no root. They have rhizomes. So option B is incorrect. Let's look at option C, parallel venation. This is again found in angiosperms and specifically monocots. So option C is also incorrect. The right answer is option D, circinate venation. In circinate venation, the immature leaf is coiled and then opens up during maturity. This is to protect the root tip, the leaf tip. So the leaf tip is protected. And so this is a characteristic of ferns as well as Cycas. Let's look at the next question. The desert plants, in order to tolerate water stress, show A. Sunken stomata, B. Reduced leaves, C. Well-developed root system, and D. All of the above. Now, in order to tolerate water stress, they need to minimize water loss. So let's look at each of our options. Option A, sunken stomata. Now this is found in desert plants because stomata undergoes transpiration, which loses water. So in order to tackle water loss, the stomata is inside a deep pit in the plant to protect it from transpiration. So option A is correct. Let's look at option B, reduced leaves. In desert plants, we have spines. And these spines are reduced leaves. So option B is also correct. Let's look at option C, well-developed root system. This is also correct as they require long and highly networked roots to grab up water when it rains. So option A, B, C is correct. Therefore, the right answer is option D, all of the above. Remember, if you clicked A, B, or C, you would be marked incorrect because that is only one of the total answer. The right answer must be option D because that includes all of the above. Next question. Perisperm is A. Remnant of endosperm, B. Persistent nucellus, C. Remnant of embryo, and D, part of endosperm. Let's look at each of our options. But before that, we should remember that the endosperm is consumed completely by the time a seed germinates. So this will not be present. So the options A and D, which means part of endosperm and remnant of endosperm, are incorrect. Let's look at option C, remnant of embryo. Now, an embryo develops to form the actual plant body, which comprises of the root and the shoot. So therefore, option C will also be incorrect. The right answer is that perisperm is persistent nucellus. Nucellus is found in the ovule of plants, and these usually get consumed, but some form a thin layer. So this thin layer is known as the perisperm. So the right answer is option B. Perisperm is persistent nucellus. Let's look at the next question. In moss capsules, the number of peristome whorls are A1, B2, C3, and D4. Now, peristomes usually have 32 teeth, and these teeth are acellular. And so these are arranged in two concentric rings, and each of these rings are known as whorls. So if you compare this diagram with our answer, the right answer would be option B, which is 2. Because when you count the number of rings, 1 and 2, you know that there are 2 whorls. So option A, 1 is incorrect, it's 2 less. Option C and D, 3, 4 respectively are incorrect because they're too much. The correct number is 2 whorls, and that is option B, which makes it the right answer. Moving on. A mature ligule having a prominent basal portion is known as A, glossopodium, B, rhizophore, C, trichome, and D, none of the above. So a ligule is an outgrowth between the leaf base and lamina. Now we should find out which of these terms refers to the same description. Let's look at option B, rhizophore. This option is incorrect. Rhizophore refers to the roots that stick upwards and are found in mangroves. Option C, trichome, is also incorrect. Trichomes are root hairs. However, glossopodium refers to the outgrowth between leaf base and lamina. So option A is correct. So that makes option D incorrect, because glossopodium is the right answer. The next question. Inflorescence of ficus is A, spike, B, hypanthodium, C, raceme, and D, verticillester. Ficus is a genus of plants. Among them, the fig tree is included. So fig tree is part of the genus Ficus. Now we should find the inflorescence or the arrangement of flowers in ficus. Let's look at each of our options. Option D, verticillester. Verticillester inflorescence contains condensed cymose whorl. However, the inflorescence of ficus is cup-shaped, and it's a fleshy receptacle. And the flowers are inside this fleshy receptacle. So option D, verticillester, is incorrect. What about option C, raceme? Now here, the flower is attached to the shoot directly. So option C is incorrect. What about option A, spike? Spike is another type of raceme. It's a modification of raceme, and this one is directly attached to axil of leaf. So option A is also incorrect. The right answer is option B, hypanthodium. Hypanthodium is a cup-shaped fleshy receptacle with flowers inside it. Hypanthodium is a very special type of inflorescence, and one of the few examples that have hypanthodium is the genus Ficus. Let's look at this question. The edible part of cauliflowers are A, inflorescence, B, leaves, C, flowers, D, stems. A cauliflower is derived from wild cabbage. And in cauliflowers, there are small florets present, something like this. So these are a crude representation of the small florets present in cauliflower. So cauliflower is basically an arrangement of small florets. Let's look at each of our options. Option D, stem, is incorrect. It is one of the main parts of the shoot system, and it isn't usually used for containing small florets. Option C, flower. This is incorrect. Cauliflower is a collection of smaller florets, and it isn't a complete flower or a single one. So option C is incorrect. Option B, leaf, is also incorrect because here they contain florets and not leaves. The right answer is option A, inflorescence. Now, inflorescence is the arrangement of flowers or florets. So option A, inflorescence, is the right answer. So the part of cauliflowers that we eat is its inflorescence, the total inflorescence. Next question. The most reduced form of stem is found in A, bulb, B, rhizome, C, tree, and D, stem. Let's look at each of our options. A stem is the long pointy shoot. And in trees, the stem is even taller with thicker rings. What about rhizome? This is found in ginger, and it is basically rod-like structure horizontally, while a bulb is a collection of leaves. These are the leaves, and there is a discoid stem right here. So this disc is the stem. Now, if you look at our options, you'll find that option A would be the most reduced form of stem. So bulb is the right answer. Rhizome, tree, and stem are all incorrect because they are very long, while bulb is the most reduced form among these. So this is a sort of comparative answer. Plants that have bulbs include onion, garlic, and other plants. Let's look at this question. In Opuntia, spines are the modification of A, stem, B, root, C, leaf, D, flower. Opuntia refers to cactus, and Opuntia is especially flat cactus. So cactus of any kind, whether flat or round, need to conserve water. So water is conserved. So in order to conserve water, their leaves are reduced. Let's look at our options. Option A, stem. The stem becomes flat, but they are not called as spines. So option A is incorrect. Option B, root. Opuntia or any other type of cactus have an extensive network of roots. So option B is incorrect. What about option D, flower? Although they rarely bloom, Opuntia contains proper flowers with anthers and stigma in the same positions. So option D is incorrect. The right answer is option C, leaves. It's from leaves that transpiration occurs, which leads to water loss. So the leaves are reduced to spines and they help in water conservation. The next question. Clove is A, flower bud, B, axillary bud, C, thalamus, and D, ovule. Let me rub that out. So we need to find out what part of flower is a clove. So clove, the structure of clove resembles which part of the flower. So let's look at each of our options. Ovule refers to the precursor, Precursor, of seed. So this ovule is the precursor of seed. And clove is not a seed, it's a spice. So option D is incorrect. What about option C, thalamus? If you've noticed the structure of a clove, again, this is a very crude representation. You can see that there is a long stalk present along with this weird arrangement. So this long stalk is the thalamus. So it isn't entirely thalamus, but the thalamus is a part of clove. So it will be the wrong answer because it isn't completely made of the thalamus of a flower. What about option B, axillary bud? Axillary bud forms shoots. They form new shoots. So therefore, they do not have anything to do with flowers, so option B is incorrect. The right answer is option A, flower bud. As you can see, this is a flower that's about to germinate, and it contains a thalamus and this calyx, and then this is a flower bud. So option A, flower bud, is the right answer. So the whole structure of a clove is known as a flower bud. Let's look at this question. Pollinia are found in A, wheat, B, madar, C, mango, and D, banana. Pollinia are fused anthers. So the androecium of the plants containing pollinia are fused. Let's look at each of our options. Option A, wheat. Wheat contains free anthers. Option A is incorrect. Option C, mango. Now these contained deformed anthers. Option C is incorrect. Option D, banana. Banana doesn't even need an androecium as these are parthenocarpic. So they don't come in this equation. And if they do, they're also free anthers. The right answer is option B, the madar plant. This contains the fused anthers, which are known as pollinia. This question states, monocarpic plants flower A once, B twice, C many times, D never. The answer to this question lies in the question itself. The prefix mono generally refers to one. So that means, and carp refers to, it's a term referring to flowers. So monocarpic would technically mean one flower. So that means monocarpic plants flower only once. Options B, C, and D are incorrect because D is impossible because monocarpic plants are also angiosperms, and we mostly study angiosperms in the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So option D is incorrect. Option B and option C are found in polycarpic plants. And here poly is many, carpic is flowers, so many flowers. So twice, option B, option C are part of polycarpic, while monocarpic is option A. They flower only once. Next question. Nodules with nitrogen-fixing bacteria are found in A. Cotton, B. Gram, C. Mustard, and D. Wheat. Let's look at each type of plant that's present here. Cotton is a cash crop. Gram is a legume. Mustard is a food crop. And wheat is a staple crop. Gram is a legume which comes under Poaceae, and these kind of plants always contain nitrogen-fixing bacteria in nodules. So option B is the right answer. Options A, C, and D are incorrect. Grams are also used to replenish fields with lost N2. So their lost N2 is replenished with the help of grams. So when you grow grams, the field gets replenished with nitrogen fertilizer. Next question. In which family 9+1 androecium arrangement or condition is found? Option A, Malvaceae, option B, Papilionaceae, option C, Solanaceae, and option D, Poaceae. Poaceae contains 6 stamens, while this arrangement, which is 9+1, means that 9 anthers are fused, while 9 stamens are fused, while 1 stamen is free. So it turns into 2. So the condition of 2 structures of the male reproductive system is known as diadelphous, and we need to find which of these are diadelphous. So option D is incorrect. Options A and C, Malvaceae and Solanaceae, both of these are incorrect because both of these are monoadelphous, while our question requires the flower to have a diadelphous condition. So the right answer is option B, Papilionaceae. It is characterized by the 9+1 arrangement. So they have 9 fused anthers containing one structure and another free anther containing another structure. So they are in a diadelphous condition, even though they have 10 stamens. Next question. Which of the following type of anther is found in Malvaceae family? The Malvaceae family is characterized with one-celled anther. So when you draw the structure of a stamen, this is the filament while this is the anther. And in Malvaceae, it's just one cell. So that means there only contains one theca. The cell here is known as theca. Option D, without thecus, is incorrect because then it would not be fertile. The filament is not fertile, only the anther has the male gametes. Option C, polythecus, is also incorrect. There's only one cell. Option B, dithecus, is also incorrect. Option A, monothecus, is the right answer. Next question. Potato and sweet potato, and we need to find the statement which is correct. Option A, have edible parts which are homologous organs. Option B, have edible parts which are analogous organs. Option C, have been introduced in India from the same place. And option D, are two species of the same genus. Let's look at each of our options. And we'll describe about potato and sweet potato at the same time. Option D, are two species of the same genus. The fact is that potato belongs to Solanum and sweet potato is a part of Ipomoea. So as you can see, these are two different genuses. So option D is incorrect. Option C, they have been introduced in India from the same place. Potato was introduced from Portugal, while sweet potato is uniquely indigenous. So it was formed, so it was originally from India. Therefore, option C is incorrect. Option A, have edible parts which are homologous organs. So the fact that potato and sweet potato are edible is very clear. But what part of the plant is potato and sweet potato? Potato is a stem which is underground, while sweet potato is actually a root. So the term homologous organs means that they are originating from the same part of the plant. So that means both potato and sweet potato have to be either roots or stems or any other part. But here we can see that potato is a stem while sweet potato is a root, which means that option A is incorrect. The right answer is option B. Potato and sweet potato have edible parts which are analogous organs. Now, analogous means that they have different origin, which means here potato is a stem, so the origin is different from sweet potato, which is a root. However, they have the same function, which means that they do storage. So sweet potato root does the storage, and in potato stem does the storage, and the stem here is underground. Next question. The sugarcane plant has A, dumbbell-shaped guard cells, B, pentamerous flowers, C, reticulate venation, and D, capsular fruits. In order to break this question down, it is sufficient to know the fact that sugarcane is a monocot. So let's look at each of our options. Option D, capsular fruits. Now this option is incorrect. The example for capsular fruits, which are pretty rare, is Brazil nut, which is not another name for sugarcane. So option D is incorrect. Option C, reticulate venation. I told you that a sugarcane is a monocotyledonous plant. So therefore, option C is incorrect. Reticulate venation is found in dicots, while monocots have parallel venation. So sugarcane has parallel venation. Option B, pentamerous flowers. So pentamerous flowers are flowers with order of 5 in each of its whorls. The sugarcane plant has a very short and small inflorescence. Therefore, option B is disqualified. The right answer is option A, dumbbell-shaped guard cells. And dumbbell-shaped guard cells are a speciality of monocots. In dicots, they are kidney-shaped guard cells. So kidney-shaped guard cells are found in dicots, while dumbbell-shaped guard cells are found in monocots, of which sugarcane is a member. So option A is correct. We move on to our final question. The family containing mustard and its main characters are, and we have 4 options, of which we have a family and the characteristics in that family. So let's look at this question in general. Mustard is the most important member of the Brassicaceae family. So it's the most important example of the Brassicaceae family. So therefore option C and option D are incorrect because they have different families. So C is Solanaceae, which is not including mustard. D is Poaceae, which does not include mustard. So now we're left with options A and B. Both of them contain Brassicaceae, but I think if you notice, they have different characters. To understand the characters here, we should write down the floral formula of Brassicaceae family, or for mustard. So we'll write it for mustard. So we have ebracteate, actinomorphic flowers, which are bisexual, and it contains a calyx 2+2, a corolla 4, an androecium A2+4, and a gynoecium 2. So let's look at option B. Option B, Brassicaceae, which is the actual family. However, it has pentamerous flowers, many stamens, pentacarpellary gynoecium, and capsule-type fruit. Now, over here, we have the number of stamens as 2+4. So let me rub that brackets because that would make things confusing. So A is 2+4. But here we have only 6 stamens. So that makes it incorrect. However, to make this incorrection more clear, let's look at the gynoecium. So here in option B, it says that Brassicaceae has pentacarpellary gynoecium, while the actual formula for mustard, which is in the Brassicaceae family, shows that it has only a bicarpellary gynoecium. So that makes it clear that option B is incorrect. Therefore, the right answer is option A, Brassicaceae containing tetramerous flowers, which can be found out from the calyx and the corolla, which contains 4. So the tetramerous or trimerous or pentamerous would refer to the number of petals. So that is part of the corolla. So you see that corolla contains 4. In this, so the number 4 is written. So that means that they are tetramerous flowers. So they have 6 stamens, so that means A 2+4. So it's in the arrangement of 2+4, and they have bicarpellary gynoecium, that's given here, and their fruit type, which is the mustard, is siliqua. So a mustard is a type of fruit known as siliqua. So this is the final question for this episode. And thereby we've completed a part of the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So this episode is over. Did you know that Brain Blitz Audios specializes in providing free educational content to all? To be a part of our channel, please subscribe to this channel. So we'll meet you in the next episode. Until then, bye bye.